Hello everyone, welcome to DC Minds. This is a video series tutorial on C++ 11 concepts. In this video series, we are going to learn about various C++11 concepts and their benefits over C++3 concept. So how we are going to learn every C++11 concept is like this. First, we'll take a C++3 concept and then we'll see what is the problem with that concept or what is the limitation of that concept. Then we'll see how it is solved using C++11 concept. So now let's see some of the C++3 concept and their limitation and how it is solved using C++11 concept. So in C++3, if you see, this is a class and this is a data member of this class. So it is an array. So in this case, if you see, we don't have a proper or better way to initialize this array. But there is a way, but it's not so good. So in C++11, we have a better way to initialize an array. Just give the name of the array and the data that you want to provide to this array in braces. First you will give the constructor and then you will give colon and then the variable name and then the value that you want. So this is one of the C++11 concept. Same way, if you want to create a array dynamically, in this case also there is no better way to or proper way to initialize this array. So this is in C++3. But in C++11, you can initialize the array like this. At the time of creating the array, you can pass the value in brace, in curly brace. Okay, curly bracket. So this is in C++11. Okay. Similarly, if you have a vector and you want to add a value or you want to add many value to this vector, you have to use pushback or some other function that will add data to this vector. So here you will add one by one whatever the value you want to add. But this is in C++3. But in C++11 you can directly provide the value at the time of declaring the vector. Whatever the value you want to give, you just give in the brace. So this is in C++3. So this variable initialization has made easy in C++11. That was little difficult in C++3, but in C++11 it is easy. Okay. So similarly, let's see some more concept. So if, as we know, slash means escape character and slash n means new line. So if you see this here, this is a string and it is stored in a variable file path. So here we want to store a file path inside a variable. If you print this string, so you will get output like this. Instead of getting direct fully string full path of the file, you are getting in two lines and this backslash is missing over here. This is because this backslash means escape character and that is nothing but ignored of that character, means that character will be ignored. So if you see here, it is printing d colon and it is getting ignored and then directly it is d c minds. Okay. So and here if you see here it is slash n. Instead of treating it as a slash nodes, it is treating this slash n. So this slash n means new line. So what will happen? This ots.txt will get printed in new line, next line. So but our intention was to get the string as it is like this. So in C++3 only you can solve this problem like this. Instead of giving single slash, you can give double slash and then if you print this variable, it will give you output like this. But you here you should know that there has to be separate extra slash to print the escape character. Okay. But in C++11, this problem is solved using the concept of raw string. Raw string means as it is. Whatever the string you give, it will treat it as it is. Nothing will be treated here. It slash backslash is not considered as a escape character. It will treat it as it is. Okay, that's why it is called raw string, and this is in C++11. So it will print if you print this variable value, you will get the output like this. So here no need to give slash, means extra slash over here, and the syntax for it is like this. First you will give the capital R, then opening double quotes, and then opening parenthesis, and whatever the string you want to give, you give in the inside this bracket, and then you close with parenthesis and then double quotes. So this is the syntax for raw string. So these are some of the C++11 concept that solve some of the C++3 problem. Like this, there are so many C++11 concept that we'll be discussing in upcoming videos. This is just an introduction video. So thanks for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and hit the like button. If you have any query, please comment it.